Let's talk about some awesome crochet patterns that were released this September. Hello everyone, Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with y'all today. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about 3 different categories. We are going to talk about size inclusive clothing patterns. We're going to talk about accessories, and we're going to talk about patterns for the home. So all of these patterns are going to be free, and they're going to be either available as a free download or free on the designer's blog. So either way, you'll be able to get them. And as always, I will leave a link in the description box below to all the patterns that we talk about today. Let's get started with garments. All right, the first one we have is the Scholarly Lace Pullover, designed by Liz Salazar for Premier Yarns. Okay, so this one calls for a super bulky weight yarn, and the bust circumference ranges between 33 to 65 inches, and that is 85 to 165 centimeters. So the hook size calls for an 8mm L hook. When was the last time you ever used an L hook in crocheting? I have to even think, like, do I even own an 8mm crochet hook? Let me know if you have one. So you will need a few skills. You'll need to know how to chain, single crochet, and double crochet. And this sweater is worked flat, and then it is seamed with a mattress stitch. And also, I love those lacy cutouts. I think that is so neat. I really like the way they styled this garment in the model photos. Okay, so let's get to our second pattern, and it is the Argyle and Author Vest, designed by Amy Gunderson for Premier Yarns. So this one calls for Aran weight yarn, and the bust circumference ranges between 35 to 68.25 inches, and that's 89 to 173 centimeters. So you will need two hook sizes for this one. You will need a 5mm H hook, and you will need a 5.5mm I hook. And of course, as I always say, your tension, your gauge is going to vary from person to person. So you might have to go up a hook size, or maybe you might have to go down a hook size. I know for myself, I am a loose crocheter, and so I always have to go down a hook size than what's recommended in the pattern. So let me know if you're a loose crocheter or a tight crocheter, or are you the type of person where your tension is just always right, like you've always got it, and you can always use the recommended hook size. So definitely let me know. Okay, so the skills you will need to know how to make this pattern include single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, post stitches, and decreasing. And so this vest is worked in 2 pieces, and it's seamed together using a mattress stitch. And also it uses the tapestry or tapestry. I don't know why I keep saying tapestry. Tapestry crochet method. I still haven't done tapestry crochet yet, but this sweater, I mean, it looks beautiful. And so basically for the color work portion, it does use tapestry crochet. Okay, so our next pattern is the Coco crochet jacket, designed by Amy Gunderson for Premier Yarns, and it calls for bulky weight yarn. And so the bust circumference ranges between 32 to 64 inches, and in centimeters, that is 81 to 163. So you will need a K hook, which is a 6.5mm crochet hook. And you will need to know quite a few things to make this pattern. So let's look at my list. You will need to know how to chain, slip stitch, half double crochet, herringbone half double crochet, working in the 3rd loop, seaming with the whip stitch and the mattress stitch, sewing pockets, and installing a zipper. So if you are looking for a pattern that is going to be a challenge for you, y'all, this jacket is it. So it is definitely, I think it'll be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it'll be fun though. And so this jacket is worked from the bottom up in pieces, and then it is seamed together, and it features a zipper and pockets. And before I even I looked at the picture of the jacket before I saw the actual name of the jacket, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is very Coco Chanel like. Yeah, and it really does look like something that would be on the runway of Chanel. So I really like that. Okay, so let's go to the next one. And it is the Smokey Skies Pullover, designed by Liz Salazar for Premier Yarns. And so this one calls for worsted weight yarn. So the bust circumference ranges between 34.5 to 71 inches. And in centimeters, that is 88 to 180. So this one calls for an H hook, which is a 5 millimeter. And the skills you will need to know, there's a good amount. Chain slip stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, increasing and decreasing, and seaming with the mattress stitch. And so the front and the back of this pullover are worked in pieces, and then they're seamed together. So that's how that one is constructed. Okay, let's move on. The next one we have is the Apple Picking Pullover, designed by Yarn Citizen. And this one calls for a worsted weight yarn. And the bust circumference ranges between 35 to 67 inches. And in centimeters, that is 89 to 170. So this pattern calls for a J hook, which is a 6 millimeter. And you will need to know how to chain, double crochet, single crochet, stack single crochet. Have you ever done a stacked single crochet? And also a single crochet decrease. And so this sweater is worked bottom up in sections, back and forth, and then it is sewn together, and then the neck is worked last. At the very end, you're going to do the neck. So that is how that's constructed. It's a very interesting construction, and yeah, and also I noticed like it's a little bit oversized. It's very cozy, you know, hence the name Apple Picking. Apple picking is something I hope that the yarn husband and I can do later this fall. So this would make a great pullover or sweater for that occasion. Next up, we have the Nefru Cardigan, designed by Ezra Rayad, y'all know me in names, for Expression Fiber Arts. And so this one calls for sport weight yarn, and the bust circumference ranges between 30 to 62 inches, and in centimeters, that's 76 to 157.5. And so for this one, you will need a G hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter. And this one has a few skills as well. You'll need to know how to half double crochet, single crochet, slip stitch, yarn over, herringbone half double crochet, foundation half double crochet, and also you'll need to know how to extend a row with the foundation half double crochet. So I'm not quite sure what they mean by extending a row, because the thing is, when you do a foundation half double crochet, you're already in a sense extending a row. So I wonder if they just wrote that as like a separate skill, but maybe they mean something different. I don't know. That's really cool. The great thing about this is it is a free pattern, and when I talk about these patterns, I do go ahead and download the patterns and read through like at least the first page of each pattern. But for this one, I'll have to really look into the pattern and see, you know, what they're talking about. Like, is that skill different than what I think it is? Okay, so this cardigan is worked flat in one piece, and it's worked sideways from side to side. So it has a side to side construction, and it basically forms a large U-shape body panel. So that's really neat. And that U-shape helps to form it around your body. So that's nice. And the pattern is free for a limited time only, okay? So definitely go ahead and download your copy for free today. All right, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about what I am wearing. So this is the Dream Spice shawl, and it is designed by Tanya Eberhardt, and this is a free pattern. And so I have made a video all about this pattern, and what I'm going to do is link my Ravelry page below. And in my Ravelry page, it has the link to the video that I made about this. So it is beautiful. It's asymmetrical. There's a ton of different ways to wear it. It's really wide on one end, and it's really skinny on the other end. So that's really nice. Also, you may be able to tell I am still a little congested. In my last video, I wasn't feeling the best, and a week has passed, but I feel like for the most part, my cold is over with, but still I've got some congestion, and my ears are ringing a little bit, so I'm not 100% yet, 100% yet, and maybe you can tell that, I don't know, but yeah, I'm still like a little congested, and it's so annoying. Yeah, but anyway, that's the season. Every time we get to that part of the year where the season changes and the weather starts to change, my allergies, my congestion, my sinuses, whatever, just go haywire. So anyway, that's what's going on. Let's move on to accessories. All right. The first one we have is the Bernie scarf, and it is designed by Tony Lipsy of TL Yarn Crafts. And so it calls for DK weight yarn, and it comes in 3 sizes. So you got your handkerchief, or well, she doesn't call it a handkerchief, but you got your kerchief size, you have your scarf size, and then you have your shawl size. So I love that. And it calls for a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. And the skills you will need to know include chain, single crochet 2 together, single crochet 3 together, and slip stitch. So that's not bad. Mainly single crochet with some decreases in there, so not bad. And I like that you're getting one, or you're buying one crochet pattern. So I think it's really cool that in one crochet pattern, you get 3 different styles on how to wear this. This pattern is great because it's kind of like getting a 3-in-1 deal. And I think that is awesome. And it's free. That's crazy. You're getting 3 patterns and it's free. Like, that is wild. Okay, so the next one we have is the cross checkered scarf designed by Amy Gunderson for Premier Yarns. So this one calls for super bulky yarn, and one size is 12 inches in width and 72 inches in length. And that's not including the fringe, but in centimeters, it is 30.5 by 183. So this one calls for an L hook, which is an 8 millimeter. And you need to know how to do the chain, extended single crochet, and yarn over. That's it. And so this scarf is crocheted flat and one piece, and it uses the intarsia method to change colors. So that is really cool. I like that. I still haven't done intarsia yet, so I think that's really cool. Let's talk about patterns for the home. The first one we have is just called Pumpkin, and it is designed by Kathy Lung for Direct Source Yarn Co. And so this one is a sport weight pattern, and it comes in one size, and it uses a 2 millimeter crochet hook. So it's a tiny crochet hook, and you'll need to know how to chain, half double crochet, crochet in the back loop only, increasing, sewing, and stuffing polyfill. You will need to know how to do that. And also, this is just an adorable bear-shaped pumpkin. When I first saw it, I just thought it was so cute, and I think it would be great for fall decor. So I really, really like that pattern. Up next, we have the Sunny Day Coasters, designed by Angela Nichelle Bradley for Cascade Yarns. Okay, so this one calls for worsted weight yarn. It comes in one size, and that finished size is about 6 inches in width, which is 15 centimeters. And so you will need an eye hook or a 5.5 millimeter. And in order to make this, you will need to know how to chain, double crochet, half double crochet, do the magic ring, slip stitch, and treble crochet. And so I love the flames around the border. That is just so nice, and I really think it's a great pattern, and it's really fun. I really like it. It's one of those patterns you just look at and it makes you smile. So I really like that. Okay, so what are some new patterns that you found in September? Definitely share with the class. Maybe you started making some patterns. Let me know. Also, I would love to know if any of these patterns caught your eye. Which ones do you think you would like to make or add to your list of things to make? I would love to know all about it. And also, I will have an upcoming video because, as you know, I do knit and crochet. So I will be doing a crochet roundup of new and free patterns that I found during the month of September. Okay, y'all, let me know what you worked on while watching, or did you just chill? Today is a beautiful sunny day, but what's really weird though is today, it's obviously at the end of September, and it is 88 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's hot. It's a bit warm for a fall day, but this is Eastern North Carolina weather. Let me know if your weather has just been off the charts as well. I would love to know. All right. Also, feel free to click that like button and notification bell and subscribe. I would love to have you as part of this channel. And if you would like to become a member of the channel, you can click the join button below. And also, thank you all so much for helping me. We're almost to 5,000 followers on Instagram, so we're getting there. Thank you so much. And yeah, just thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, bye.